Okay, we're up to number 5 on the top albums of 1989, and at number 5 is Spike by Elvis Costello. That's without the attractions. Now, Elvis Costello has been making albums for over a decade, and his catalogue stands out for the variety and styles of music. He emerged with punk and developed into what was called New Wave. Then we had a touch of reggae, R&B, and he ventured into American country and western, but has consistently been praised as a songwriter of quality with a special love for pop. His songs have always had a touch of class, albeit at times his lyrics seem somewhat bewildering and beyond understanding. Some critics said that Spike was a bit like Jack of all trades and master of none, as Elvis tries to entertain the masses with his vast repertoire of styles. For me, this is the reason why he's the best songwriter since those guys that made records for Parlophone. Talking of Macca, he collaborates on 2 tracks. More of that later. So to give the album justice, I'm going to fish through it track by track. The record was made at 4 different venues: London, New Orleans, Dublin and Hollywood, with different musicians contributing at different venues. Who played where? A mystery apart from the obvious. So let's start with This Town, with Roger McGuinn joining EC on guitar and harmony vocals. It's a well-crafted pop song, catchy and a nice opener. Next up is Let Him Dangle. This is where things get serious. It's a haunting homage to Derek Bentley, a young man with learning difficulties who was hanged for the murder of a policeman. The policeman was murdered by an underage friend of Bentley, and Bentley just happened to be with him. Costello clearly lays out the case against capital punishment and a miscarriage of justice. The final jerky, crunchy rhythm guitar at the end creates an imagery of a noose with its victims seconds before death. Next up, a deep, dark, truthful mirror follows, and there's some nice piano from Alan Toussaint, plus brass accompaniment, which takes you to the heart of New Orleans jazz quarter. Track 4 is the first track with Macca, Veronica. It's bouncy pop with polished lead vocal from Elvis, and you can hear that Hoffner bass in there. God's Comic and acoustic blues is a standout. Costello's amusing view on life and death, all its foolishness. Some nice brass to add to the quality. By now the variety of musical styles are mounting, but just wait. Chewing Gum sounds like an outtake from Punch the Clock. There's a lovely tuba from the Dirty Dozen brass band, and it's funky, but don't expect Prince. The next standout track, Tramp the Dirt Down, is Costello's epitaph to Maggie Thatcher. Problem is, she wasn't dead. Elvis launching his hatred and emotions at her graveside. Dark stuff. The music is reminiscent of an Irish wake, beautifully played. An instrumental follows that, Starlin Malone. After a slow start, it develops into a jig, come freeform jazz with brass. Not sure what Elvis does on it, maybe the bells. It's kind of cute though. Next up is Satellite. This finds Chrissie Hynde helping EC on vocals. It's a love song, a ballad, and thoroughly pleasant. The second McCartney song is Pad, Paws and Claws. It's a send-out of rockabilly and forgettable. First Dud, yeah. Baby Plays Around is a simple acoustic number, and the title tells it all. It's sung with sincerity and was co-written by Costello's Mrs. Kate O'Riordan. Miss Macbeth, next up, is a musical hall oompa and recalls an imperial bedroom. Any King's Shilling starts with a medieval lute, I think, and midway adds the Celtic feel. The music's very moving with violin. The song, not sure what it's about, maybe a warning to a friend not to go on a mission, could refer to Irish troubles in the past. Anyway, it's a beauty. Coltrane Robberies has a Stax intro, very R&B, reminds me of Get Happy a little. The album closes with Last Boat Leaving, another song where Elvis describes a community that relies on the sea and the community is dying. Nice harmonium. So that's it, an album that requires many listens to handle all the styles. It's number 5 in my top 20 for 1989. I nearly forgot. The album cover has a bizarre picture of Elvis as a great entertainer, looking for like the Joker from Batman. Listen and enjoy.